You know how some dogs are like furry little alarm clocks, always ready to play fetch at the crack of dawn? Well, Siberian Huskies? They march to the beat of their own sleepy drummer. These dogs are famous for their love of a good nap. And by nap, I mean like marathon snoozing sessions. It's enough to make you wonder if they're part canine, part koala bear. So what's the deal with these sleepy pups? Why do Huskies seem to prioritize sleep above all else? Even a rousing game of fetch? Buckle up, Buttercup, because we're about to unravel the mysteries of the Husky sleep cycle. Prepare to be amazed, amused, and maybe even a little sleepy yourself. Don't worry, I promise not to judge if you nod off during this. Okay, let's talk numbers. The average dog, your Labrador, your Beagle, they're clocking in about 12 to 14 hours of sleep a day. A respectable amount, right? Huskies, hold my kibble. These guys can snooze for a whopping 14 to 18 hours a day. That's like a part-time job in the land of Nod. But before you start thinking they're just lazy, there's a method to their sleepiness. Remember, Huskies were bred to pull sleds across frozen wastelands. Talk about a workout. All that running and pulling requires serious energy conservation. So they sleep a lot. Think of it as their way of recharging their batteries. It's like when you binge watch your favorite show all weekend. You need that recovery time, right? Except, instead of Netflix, Huskies have endless snowdrifts and the occasional squirrel to chase in their dreams. So, what does a typical day in the life of a sleep-loving Husky look like? Let's step into the world of these gentle, furry wolves and see how they spend their hours, especially when they're in full-on relaxation mode. Well, picture this. It's dusk. The sun is setting, casting long golden shadows across the living room floor. The house is quiet, and the air feels calm, almost magical, as the day winds down. Your Husky, let's call him Sparky, yawns dramatically, stretching out his paws in front of him. His eyes are half closed, and he gives a little sigh, as if the effort of waking up is almost too much. He's been napping on and off all day, of course, but now it's prime sleeping time. The gentle afternoon light makes his fur glow, and he seems perfectly content to drift in and out of dreams. As darkness falls, Sparky curls up into a tight ball, his tail wrapped around his nose. This classic Husky pose keeps him warm and cozy, just like his wild ancestors did in the snowy wilderness. He's out like a light, entering a deep sleep where he dreams of chasing rabbits through snowy forests. Sometimes his paws twitch or his nose wiggles, hinting at the adventures happening in his mind. A few hours later, he might stir, stretching and readjusting his position before drifting back to sleep. Occasionally, he'll let out a soft, contented sigh, as if he's found the perfect spot. Dawn breaks, and the birds begin to sing. Sparky sleeps on, oblivious to the world around him. The gentle morning light spills across his fur, but he's in no rush to greet the day. He might rouse himself for a quick bathroom break and a bite to eat, but he's soon back to his favorite pastime, napping. Even breakfast is just a brief intermission in his ongoing quest for comfort. This cycle of deep sleep interspersed with short periods of wakefulness continues throughout the day, with Sparky taking full advantage of any opportunity to catch a few winks. For a Husky, every day is a perfect day for a nap, and every nap is a little adventure of its own. Now let's talk about the fun stuff, the quirks that make Husky sleep habits so darn entertaining. If you've ever spent time with a Husky, you know that bedtime is never boring. These dogs have a knack for turning even the simplest nap into a comedy show, and their antics are truly one of a kind. For starters, have you ever noticed how Huskies sleep in the most contorted positions imaginable? Sometimes it looks like they're trying to solve a puzzle with their own bodies. I'm talking legs akimbo, head twisted at an impossible angle, the whole shebang. You might even wonder if they have bones at all or if they're made of rubber. It's like they're trying out for a canine Cirque du Soleil. Each night brings a new performance, and you never know what pose you'll find them in next. And the snoring? Oh, the snoring. It's not just a gentle purr, it's a full-on concert, sometimes complete with lip flutters and dramatic sighs. Huskies are champion snorers, capable of producing a symphony of snuffles, grunts, and whistles that would put a freight train to shame. Sometimes you might even catch them snoring in rhythm with their tail thumping the floor. But hey, at least you know they're sleeping soundly. All those funny noises are just proof that your Husky is in dreamland, completely at ease. And let's not forget the Husky howl. Even in their sleep, these dogs love to make their presence known. While not technically sleep-related, it's not uncommon for Huskies to let out a mournful howl in their sleep, especially if they're dreaming of running with their pack. Sometimes, it's so realistic you'd swear there's a wolf in your living room. It's enough to make you wonder what on earth they're dreaming about. Maybe chasing polar bears? Or perhaps they're reliving their favorite snowy adventures? Or starring in their own dog sled racing movie? Their paws twitch, their noses wiggle, and you can almost see the action playing out behind their closed eyes. Whatever it is, it's always good for a laugh. Or, a slight heart attack if you're not expecting it. One thing's for sure, with a husky in the house, bedtime is never dull. Okay, time to address the elephant in the room, or should I say, the sleeping husky in the corner. There's a common misconception that huskies are lazy because they sleep so much. But let me tell you, nothing could be further from the truth. Remember, these dogs were bred to work, and work hard. Their sleep is simply a way to conserve energy and prepare for the next adventure. Think of it this way. Would you call Usain Bolt lazy because he rests between races? Of course not. It's all about balance. Huskies are incredibly energetic dogs when they're awake. They love to run, play, and explore. They just also happen to be really, really good at napping. So the next time someone tells you huskies are lazy, just smile politely and hit them with some facts. Or, just show them a picture of a husky pulling a sled. That usually does the trick. Now that we've busted some myths, let's talk about how you can help your husky get the best sleep possible. A well-rested husky is a happy, healthy companion, and there are a few simple steps you can take to make sure your furry friend gets the rest they need. First things first, create a comfortable sleep haven. Choose a spot in your home that's quiet and away from heavy foot traffic, so your husky can truly relax. Huskies love to burrow, so a cozy dog bed with plenty of blankets is ideal. Let them arrange the blankets how they like. It's part of their natural nesting instinct. And since they're naturally cool weather dogs, a cool, dark room is key for optimal sleep. Avoid placing their bed near heaters or in direct sunlight, especially during warmer months. Next up, establish a regular sleep-wake cycle. Consistency is important for your husky's internal clock. Just like humans, dogs thrive on routine. Try to keep their daily schedule as predictable as possible, including feeding and playtime. So, try to feed your husky and take them for walks around the same time each day. This helps them know when it's time to wind down and when it's time to be active. This will help regulate their natural sleep patterns, making it easier for them to fall asleep and wake up refreshed. And speaking of walks, make sure your husky gets plenty of exercises. Physical activity is essential for their well-being. A tired husky is a sleepy husky, so a good run or play session can work wonders for their sleep quality. Mental stimulation like puzzle toys can also help tire them out. Finally, don't be afraid to let your husky sleep. Give them space and avoid waking them unless necessary. It's in their nature to snooze for long periods, so as long as they're healthy and happy, there's no need to worry. A well-rested husky will be more playful, alert, and ready for adventure with you every day. So there you have it, the ins and outs of husky sleep. It's a wild, wonderful, and often hilarious world. But beyond the entertainment value, understanding your husky's sleep habits is about more than just knowing when to tiptoe around the house so you don't wake the sleeping giant. It's about connecting with your furry friend on a deeper level, appreciating their unique quirks, and recognizing their needs. When you understand why your husky sleeps the way they do, you can create an environment where they feel safe, comfortable, and loved. And that, my friends, is the key to a happy, healthy, and well-rested husky. And a happy, well-rested husky means a happy, well-rested you. And who doesn't want a little more sleep in their life?